in a leading daily, Guha has shockingly questioned the army chief's character and leveled personal attacks on the decorated officer. It's an attack on the army chief yet again, on Army Chief General Bipin Rawat, this time from historian Ramachandra Guha, who has created outrage with his column in a leading daily, where Guha has questioned the army chief's character and has made personal attacks on the decorated officer. We have Snehesh Alex Philip, our deputy news editor, joining us live with the latest on that story. Snehesh, talk to us. What exactly is Ramachandra Guha talking about over here?
You know, Ramachandra Guha is actually referring to to Army Chief's remarks on the Field Marshal K.M. Cariappa, in which actually the whole incident has to be taken into a context. Army Chief General Bipin Rawat was actually visiting the Kodagu district in Karnataka on the 4th of November. He had gone there to pay homage and unveil the statues of Field Marshal K.M. Cariappa and General K.S. Thimaya. And that is when he was asked by a journalist whether Bharat Ratna should be conferred to Field Marshal Cariappa, to which the Army Chief said yes, he should be conferred with Bharat Ratna. Now, Ramachandra Guha has gone ahead and made this as a point of contention and has said that the Army Chief should actually speak less. You know, at no point of time do I see any fault in Army Chief's remarks, because at the end of the day, the Army Chief General Bipin Rawat represents the Indian Army, and he was asked a specific question on whether the Bharat Ratna should be conferred on the Field Marshal Cariappa, and he said yes. I have with me Major General S.K. Sinha. And I'll just take a reaction from him. He's a veteran. He's retired as a Major General. So Ramachandra Guha is a historian, he's a writer. He's made these remarks that, you should not, that the Army Chief General Bipin Rawat should actually talk less. What is your view on this?
My first reaction is that Mr. Guha needs to learn how to respect highest authority in Indian Army, that is Chief of Army Staff. Everybody cannot become Chief of Army Staff. And an organization which is the backbone of this country and has proved its merit every time since 1947. And that head of the organization is General Bipin Rawat. General Bipin Rawat is not a mere general. He is Chief of Army Staff. So therefore, if he is trying to express the sentiments and ambitions and the feelings of rank and file of Indian Army, I find it nothing wrong, firstly. Secondly, he has not made a suo motu statement. On his own, he had not made this statement. He was asked categorically if there is a case, if there is a merit in giving award of Bharat Ratna to Field Marshal Cariappa. And in that context, he has replied. Should he keep quiet when a journalist asks his question? And let me tell you one thing, that people who do not know about Field Marshal Cariappa, let me define certain achievements of his. He was not only first Chief of Army Staff, he was the first CNC, Commander-in-Chief. Absolutely. And he saved Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir from Pakistanis. He has an impeccable record, and his military discipline is par excellence.
Absolutely.
And therefore,
Snehesh, stay with us.
Can raise a question.
Yes.
Snehesh, stay with us. We also have Major General G.D. Bakshi joining us on the phone line for this big story. Hashtag India with Army Chief. Major General G.D. Bakshi, Ramachandra Guha now in that column in a leading daily. And the title of the column, Major G.D. Bakshi, is General Speaks Too Much.
This disgraceful article coming from a court historian. Let me be candid. Coming from a court historian who has, reached the heights that he has, serving a particular family. Now, it is extremely important for, Ramachandra Guha to tell us that the Army Chief should be like a schoolboy. He can shut up and keep his mouth shut and his ears open. And he is like a faceless, he must be like a faceless bureaucrat. The simple fact is that the Army Chief has to inspire soldiers, if required, to give their life in battle. That is why Army Chiefs have a far higher visibility than the bureaucrats. And what has he said wrong? What has he said wrong? He had gone to unveil a statue of Field Marshal Cariappa, India's first Chief of the Army Staff, Commander-in-Chief. And not only the man who laid the keel of the Indian Army, the man who set the political traditions, the secular traditions, but
Right.
who also led the Indian army to victory in Hyderabad and in Jammu and Kashmir,
Right.
and he would have cleared that state had Nehru not gone to the United Nations.
Right, Major
So
J.D.
to
Bakshi,
honor such
stay
a
with
man,
us.
He was asked a question.
Stay with us. We also have Sunit Chopra joining us on the phone line. Sunit Chopra, let me quote what Ramachandra Guha has said. The remarks are out of place but not out of character. Would you agree with that?
You see, the remarks are out of place. There's no doubt about that. They're not out of character in one way, that this man keeps saying all kinds of things. He wanted to frighten the Indian people. And I know from one of my relatives' visits to Srinagar only 2 days back, the condition of the army is such it has never been so unpopular as it is today. I think it's very sad because this is a country where we respect the army enormously, and there is no need to babble and destroy that respect.
Major J.D. Bakshi, Sunit Chopra is saying that Army Chief General Bipin Rawat, since his ascension to the top of the army, Indian Army, the Indian Army's image has taken a beating. And he's agreeing with Ramachandra Guha that the remarks were indeed out of place.
The Indian Army's image has taken a beating because great Field Marshal Karyappa, are you nuts? Are you crazy? Field Marshal Karyappa, this iconic military figure, an icon of the country, a military icon. I think what the chief said is damn right. He should have been given the Bharat Ratna. So should Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw and Marshal of the Air Force Arjun Singh have been given the Bharat Ratna. These are people who did the country proud. They saved the country. They brought glory to the country. And you are carping about them getting a Bharat Ratna? The chief did not make a suo motu statement.
Major General J.D. Bakshi, Sunit Chopra is saying that when Ramachandra Guha says those remarks were out of place, Sunit Chopra is saying they were out of place, and Ramachandra Guha says they were not out of character, and Sunit Chopra is saying he agrees with that because Army Chief General Bipin Rawat has made the army very unpopular in the Kashmir Valley. That's what Sunit Chopra is saying.
I'm afraid I do not agree with Sunit Chopra. The army chief has done a tremendous job in trying to curb terrorism there. 180 terrorists have been eliminated in the valley because of Operation All Out. There is pressure. Infiltration has been brought down virtually to zero. The stone throwing is coming down drastically.
General Bakshi,
please judge by results. Judge by results.
Is not answering my question. I have great respect for General Karyappa. I have great respect for the army, but the present army chief has made a mess of things.
Then why are you coughing so much if somebody has made an honest comment that he should be given the Bharat Ratna?
He is the chief of the army staff, General Bakshi. I have respect for you as a person and your views. But the point is, we can't make the army a gutter press.
Look, my point is very simple.
You know well. I mean, I know General Karyappa.
I've heard you speak. Can I kindly have my say? Can I kindly reply? Can I kindly reply? Thank you. You know, Sunit, what I was saying was,
I don't disagree with you, but
the army chief is not a faceless bureaucrat. The army chief is not required to be a faceless bureaucrat. He is a leader of men. He has to inspire men to victory.
I have it on very good report that the army is most unpopular in Kashmir. It's never been so unpopular. Please check up. I mean, as a friend, I can say this.
The army is not out to win
I would not say
Jammu and
you agree with me.
It has a job to do. It has the people on its side. That is why it is getting information. That is why it is killing so many terrorists.
I don't know. Do check up.
I
have it on very good account.
Right. Right. Sunit Chopra, Major General G.D. Bakshi, thank you so much for joining us for this big story. Ramachandra Guha's statements in a column in a leading daily attacking the army chief for his comments on recommending Bharat Ratna for Field Marshal Cariappa.